Nick Maximov versus Johnny James Jr. is a light heavyweight bout. Nick Maximov is due to record of 4 wins, 0 losses. Johnny James Jr. has due to record of 1 win, 1 loss. Alright, so Nick Maximov actually is 22 years old right now, and his opponent, Johnny James Jr., is 25 years old, which means there will not be an age advantage in this fight. Alright, so Nick Maximov actually went undefeated in his amateur career as well, with a record of 6 wins, 0 losses, as he ended up getting 4 first-round submission wins in a row, followed by a unanimous decision victory, followed by a first-round KO, and once he became a pro in MMA, he ended up getting a first-round KO victory in KOTC, followed by a second-round Kimura in Hard-Fought Championship, followed by a first-round KO victory and a first-round rear naked choke submission in KOTC. Alright, now let's go to his opponent, Johnny James Jr. Alright, so Johnny James Jr. had a pretty rough amateur career, as yes, he ended up winning both of his first 2 fights by second-round KO, but lost his fight after that by second-round KO, and the one after that by split decision. After those 2 losses in his amateur career, he came back with a third-round KO victory, followed by a second-round KO victory, but in his last amateur bout against Raymond Leonard Hill, he ended up losing by first-round KO. After that loss, he ended up becoming a pro and ended up fighting Nick Mills and ended up winning the fight by arm triangle choke in the 3rd round. After that win inside of his debut, he ended up fighting Kenan Keller, but ended up losing the fight by unanimous decision. Alright, so honestly, I think this is a big mismatch. Nick Maximov, he has been undefeated with a record of 7-0 through his amateur and pro career. He's just been doing so good in his career so far. His striking is just so much better than Johnny James Jr. His grappling is so much better. I think he definitely could get the KO in this fight. I honestly think it's a huge possibility, probably a 50-50, that he gets a KO or that he gets a unanimous decision victory. But because I think he's just going to dominate this fight for 3 straight rounds, I think he's going to get the win by unanimous decision. Alright, if you agree, disagree, or have something to say, make sure to put in the comment section below, and I'll reply to every single one of those comments. Make sure to like, subscribe with notifications turned on. You don't miss the absolute best MMA content out there. It's been fun, but I'm out of here.